It's a brand new era of NXT. It is the 4th of April 2023. Let's dive straight into it. We're in Orlando, Florida. Woo! Are you ready? Can you feel the heat? I don't know what Carmelo Hayes' catchphrases are, so what's he say? Mellow money?
Mellow money.
Is that not Carmella?
I know, but they had a beef where she was complaining that he was using it.
Well, he's fucking better
Anyway,
than
look,
Carmella, right?
WrestleMania.
Batter Corey Graves.
WrestleMania.
Like gimp that he is.
WrestleMania didn't stand and deliver. Now we're going to find out if NXT can.
I'll hold my hands up and say that Stand and Deliver was fucking superior.
Not every
A
day.
shite show with nobody on it was better than Mania.
That just shows you how bad Mania is these days. But yeah, we're here to talk about the new era of NXT, the new generation, the new superstars, the new champions. And we have quite a few new champions, especially the champions that matter. Both the NXT men's and women's major titles changing hands. So yeah, Braun Breaker is out, Roxanne Perez is out, and we have Carmelo Hayes and Indy Hartwell both coming in there. So yeah, a new era, new champs, new everything here on NXT. Hopefully no Johnny Gargano as well. We've seen him at Stand and Deliver. I never want to see him again.
Yes, I hope Johnny Gargano's not on this show, but it's weird, right? Because you say new era, but it feels like Indy Hartwell and Carmelo Hayes have been on this roster long enough to be called up.
Alright then, same old era, new champions. Is that better for you?
Do I not have a point though?
Aye, you do, aye.
I'd say I would argue more with Indy Hartwell. I feel like with Carmelo Hayes, at least he held the other belt and felt relevant. I don't feel like Indy Hartwell's ever felt relevant without Dexter Lumis. But then again, who's back? Dexter Lumis is back.
Now, we've seen Dexter at NXT Stand and Deliver. Does that mean that Dexter Lumis is going to be a main focal point now of NXT, or is he going to go straight back to Raw and we'll never see him again?
I mean, he could go straight back to Raw and we'll never see him again. But then again, you say straight back to Raw, he hasn't been on Raw.
True. It's not working for him on Raw, so why not send him back down to NXT?
Why can't we just have him in the rafters doing a Joker Sting gimmick?
Any kind of gimmick.
Aye, Raw is devoid of gimmicks, but I mean, who's going to step up to the challenges? Braun Breaker or Roxanne Perez going to be here tonight? I think they're probably both going to go. Well, I think Braun Breaker's definitely going to SmackDown unless, video footage is released of Big Rick. But in that case, we have matches tonight. Whoa ho! D-Jack versus Odyssey, the SSE Arena. Jones, who's winning and why?
Well, D-Jack should win because he's actually big and in shape and not a fat piece of shit. So for that reason alone, D-Jack should get the win tonight.
I'm going with D-Jack. Hi Jack, bye Jack, D-Jack. Has to be D-Jack. Everything but Jack. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a D-Jack win tonight. You know what? This guy, every time you look at him, he looks like Finney Jones in The Condemned.
I think this guy should be the
Doesn't
champ. He does. I think the guy's great. I love me some D-Jack, so
I think he should feud with Carmelo Hayes, but then again, who did he lose to? He lost to fucking Wesley, didn't he?
Yeah. Well.
That is a disgrace. But yep, you know what? It's 2-0 in terms of D-Jack tonight. We've also another epic match planned. We didn't plan it, but yeah, whoever did, wonky-eyed Sean did. But it's pretty deadly. Taking on Tony D and Stacks in tag team action. I'm going to go with Tony D and Stacks.
I'm going to go with Tony D and Stacks as well. I think it's criminal that Tony D's not had a title around his waist yet. I think they could do so much good shit with Tony D and Stacks. Feel like they've kind of cut back on it though, the last couple of months or whatever. So yeah, hopefully we get to see Tony D pick up a victory. And for me, Tony D is one of the best things on NXT. So yeah, Tony D, who knows? I mean, Wesley has had that belt a pretty long time now, and the run's been really boring, in my opinion. I think Tony D should come in and hoover that North American Championship off him. I know he's already lost once, but yeah, rematches were made for that, so yeah.
Exactly, so Tony D, get yourself a title, mate. The family needs it. It was funny a couple of weeks ago, though, when him and Braun Breaker had the segment backstage, and Braun Breaker was talking about The Sopranos and Goodfellas, and Tony D's like, no, we're not like that. It's like you threw a guy off a fucking bridge.
You're exactly like that.
You're exactly like that. And Tom get thrown off a bridge.
I'll tell you what, Rick Steiner might get thrown off a bridge.
He fucking might. He might get locked up in that cage segment he had like a year ago. But right, Johnny Gargano, Grayson Waller. What is Johnny Gargano done? With NXT?
I hope so.
Why is Grayson Waller not winning that match?
I honestly couldn't tell you. It's a joke, in my opinion. Like you're letting Johnny Gargano go over one of the best things going in NXT.
You know what? I'd actually say it's worse than Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
I would too, because at least with Roman Reigns, I think the title reigns went on that long. They're kind of like skeptical of like not ending it at the right moment, if you know what I mean, because they don't want to. They feel like it's been so long that they need to make sure they get it right.
Defeat Grayson Waller. I mean, he kind of just got beat clean, didn't he?
Well, I mean, you could argue that Johnny's wife got involved, but no one's really selling that aspect because Waller's like a heel.
Waller's like 6'3", Gargano's 5'3", built like fucking hee-haw. Why is he winning?
He's winning because Shawn Michaels has got his nose so far up Johnny Gargano's ass that he can't smell sweet chin music. He can smell.
I really hope Grayson Waller goes live on Instagram and just fucking batters him. I know I cut you off, but Johnny Gargano's pissed me off. Can you smell what Johnny wrestling's cooking?
There's still going to be a 10 reasons why he's
if Johnny wrestling was food, he would be any form of pot noodle without the sachet. He's just fucking bland. Right? He's fucking pish. And in that note, guys, that's your NXT preview. Johnny Gargano, I hope's lying in a fucking body bag somewhere. Tony D went axe to the dome. Until then.
Is that it? Is that nothing else?
That's it. That's your whack.
Nothing else? No. What about the women's division? There's nothing happening? Like,
no, that's it. Like, I typed in preview. That's your thumbnail. Dexter Lumis is like, yeah.
Yeah, well, not a lot happening here, guys, from NXT.
Wait, who's got a better mustache, Dexter Lumis or Vince McMahon?
I kind of prefer Dexter's, like, to be
Both
honest.
are pretty weird, noncy guys. But anyway, till next time.
It could be a tag team.
The Nonsers. Peace.